And there is a woman, Secret Service agent, that is hiding behind the president. Not on top of. She's hiding behind him, cowering, hoping to not get hurt, when her one job is to put herself on top of the president. Go forward 10 seconds. The hammers start coming out. You see guys in body armor with helmets run out with guns. There's another photo of a Secret Service agent that is, here we go. So here's the guys running up, go the other way, running up the stairs. 10 seconds later, and this is one of the photos I was trying to find. 10 seconds later, you see all three of these guys with their guns pointed out into the crowd. Guess where that girl is? That girl right there? She's still right there. She's hiding behind the stage. These guys, dude, they're up, guns in the high ready. They're on their optics. They are scanning. They are hunting. I'm telling you, if you farted weird, you're about to get around. And they were also positioning themselves to prepare for an exfil. And while they're doing that, there's a Secret Service agent hiding behind her principal, and there's another Secret Service agent that's hiding at the base of the stage. Fired. They're fired. I like to say you're fired because it's such a Trump thing right now. But Department of Homeland Security, Mayorkas, you're fired. Department of the Secret Service, what's her name? Kimberly, you're fired. Every single one of those DEI hires in the past 3 years, you're fired. You don't meet height and weight, you're fired. You can't pass a shooting test, you're fired. You can't do a site survey, you're fired. You didn't know that building 3 at 151 yards wasn't the highest risk possible and allowed a dude to clamber up and get on top and take a shot at your principal? You're freaking fired, man. Everyone's gone. Gut that whole, and then don't get me started on FBI and Department of Justice, who are currently doing the investigation around the opponent to the reigning government, the FBI that just President Trump's arm. They're the ones that are doing the investigation on the assassination of the organization of the Doble.
Bureaucracy doesn't help when there's bullets flying.
Nope.
How big of a deal is this DEI initiative? I'm always hesitant about taking accusations that it happens to be some women there, therefore there has been this huge amount of hires. I did see a video talking about how the Secret Service wanted 30% female recruits by 2030. That makes me think, okay, this isn't just talking points. This isn't just a slightly oddly skewed sex ratio of the president's detail. This is actually part of a broader narrative, a broader push to try and get more diversity into the Secret Service.
Yeah, I have worked overseas with capable, competent, impressive women. And again, this has nothing to do with sex. This does, male, female, you can either do the job or you can't.
But it's prioritizing diversity over competence.
And that's where things get dangerous. So we'll work from mission. So the mission of the military, the one job of the military is to be the most lethal fighting force on the planet. So with that, we'll brew that down into lethality. We are going to measure every single person's contribution to the government or to the Department of Defense into lethality. You either make it lethal or you don't. If you lethal, you can't have the job. So on Special Forces selection, you are going to have a rucksack that weighs this amount. You will have to move over this distance at this speed, and you can either do it or you can't. And then you're going to have to be able to pick up for the ACFT for as an 18 Bravo, a Special Forces weapons sergeant. You're going to have to pick up this amount of weight this many times. You'll have to run this distance at this, very clear cannot. And the reason of that is because you are going to be capable of doing the job. You're going to be lethal or you won't. That's black and white.
It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter whether you're Asian. It doesn't matter whether you're a woman. It doesn't matter.
Nope. Look at the NBA. I see a ton of young Asian women out on the basketball court these days, and I'm really, really, really celebrating NBA. Congratulations. No, obviously not. There's not a single one out there. Why? Because they can't do it, right? There's not a little suburban mom that's going out to the NFL offensive line and be like, hey, man, quarterback, I got you. Nobody's going to get past me. Right? And then Derek Wolfe is like, I'm going to take the face off, then I'm going to go kill that quarterback. Right? There's not a single one of them because they can't do the job. On the firefighter side, on the law enforcement side, on the military side, like these, on the plane side, I don't care what color you are. I don't care who you have sex with. I don't care about any of it. You can either fly the plane and you can do the job or you can't. And what we're seeing right now is a really, really, really dangerous cross-section of policies that have been implemented over the past 3 years. And it's about to get really bad, Chris. Because all of these people that were hired for this DEI phase are now moving into legitimate roles like we just saw. Like, you're not going to get hired yesterday or on Friday and be on the principal security detail for a nationally presidential running election, right? That person was probably hired about 5 years ago. Here we go.
How different are the assessment criteria for men and women? I'd seen something about it's the like scaled version of the CrossFit workout for...
Yeah, it's about 30% off everything.
And what are some of those assessments?
Running, push-ups. Some events don't even exist. Like, there's a requirement for a man, but like we'll just use running. So you have to run 2 miles in 13 minutes and 44 seconds. That's the requirement to pass that 100%. The woman requirement is 15 minutes and 20 seconds. This is how they get tricky.